Why is the moon hiding in the lake? Wondered little Nora as she curled on her bed, staring out her window at the water beyond the meadow. Normally, the moon hung high above, glowing over the treetops, but tonight its round silver face floated low in the lake, as if it had dived in for a midnight swim. "Moon," she called softly, "what are you doing down there?" The moon turned its head in the reflection, ripples distorting its smile. "I'm looking for the mirror path," it said. "The mirror path?" Nora tilted her head. "What's that?" The moon's voice lowered like a secret. "It's a road made of moonlight, hidden beneath the water, and it only appears when the lake is perfectly calm. I need to find it before dawn." Before she could ask more, the wind slipped into her room, smelling faintly of rain and mint. "We need help," the wind whispered. "The lake is too restless. Ripples keep breaking the moon's reflection, and without the mirror path, the moon can't guide the night's last dreams home." Nora wrapped herself in her favorite yellow blanket and stood tall on her bed. "Then let's calm the lake and find this path." The wind carried her out into the cool night, floating her over the meadow until they hovered above the lake's shimmering surface. But the water rippled and twitched as if someone were playing in it. Nora squinted and spotted a family of playful stars skipping across the water like pebbles. "Stars!" she called gently. "The moon's reflection needs still water. Can you stop skipping for a while?" "But skipping is our favorite," a tiny star replied. Nora smiled. "If you let the water rest, you can be the first to see the mirror path appear. That's a once-in-a-lifetime view." The stars gasped, nodded quickly, and floated up into the sky, their soft light glowing patiently. With the stars gone, the ripples slowed, but then a cluster of clouds drifted over the lake, chasing each other in a fluffy race. "Clouds!" Nora called. "You're stirring up the wind and making waves." One cloud puffed in surprise. "We didn't realize." "Try floating still for a while," she suggested. "Pretend you're pillows for the sky." The clouds giggled, shaped themselves into soft cushions, and stayed in place, watching the lake like curious cats. For a moment, the water smoothed. But then, from the far bank, came a glub and a big splash. Nora leaned closer and saw the night dragon wading in the shallows, his long tail swishing lazily. "Dragon," she called, "why are you in the lake?" "I'm looking for my missing dream," the dragon rumbled. "It drifted away while I was napping." Nora floated closer. "If we find the mirror path, the moon can guide your dream back, but we need the water perfectly still." The dragon hesitated, then nodded. "Then I'll wait here on the bank and try not to swish." The lake grew calmer and calmer until it was as smooth as glass. The moon's reflection sharpened until it looked like a real silver coin lying at the bottom. Then, just as Nora leaned forward to look closer, a pale ribbon of light appeared beneath the surface, stretching from the moon's reflection all the way to the far horizon. "The mirror path," the moon said, its voice trembling with delight. "It's here." The moon's light shimmered brighter, flowing along the path like liquid gold. From far away, small glowing shapes began to appear, runaway dreams. Nora saw them clearly: a tiny paper ship, a crown made of seashells, a kite with rainbow tails, a cat wearing a little blue cape. They drifted along the mirror path toward the moon's reflection, and each time one reached it, it rose into the sky and vanished into the stars. One by one, the dreams found their way back to their sleeping owners. The dragon's golden feather dream floated to the edge of the lake, and he caught it with a smile so big the clouds puffed in applause. "Thank you, little one," he said, curling on the shore. When the last dream had traveled the path, the ribbon of light began to fade. The moon's reflection blurred, the silver glow lifting back into the sky where it belonged. The water returned to its ordinary dark stillness. The moon looked down at Nora. "Without your help, the path would have stayed hidden. The dreams would still be wandering." Nora grinned, tucking her blanket tighter around her. "I guess every path needs someone to keep it clear." The wind lifted her gently back to her bedroom window. As she climbed into bed, the stars above twinkled slower. The clouds floated in peaceful shapes, and the dragon's hum drifted like a lullaby over the meadow. Nora yawned and whispered toward the window. "Good night, moon. Good night, lake." Good night, Pathkeeper, the moon replied, and the soft glow in her room felt like the last hug of the night. Moral: sometimes the clearest paths appear only when the world is calm enough to see them.